It's my grandson's birthday as well. To Mimi, happy birthday, grandson. And let's go through here. I'm going through all these. We didn't. Oh, G says this. Here we go. G says, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. And that's probably why they're together the way they are. Welcome our wonderful guests and co-host, Miss G.
Oh, goodness. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud
Okay.
and clear. So you and Mr.
Yes.
celebrate Valentine's Day.
Yeah. No, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We sure don't.
Is
No,
there a
now
reason
keep in mind,
why?
we don't celebrate a lot in this household. I think
You just
I've
said you don't
shared that.
celebrate Christmas. You
We
don't
don't do Christmas,
celebrate
Easter,
Easter,
4th of July.
4th of July.
Mm-mm.
That's right.
But as you were mentioning, now we do believe in sharing our love, and if you want to say buying things for people, we like to share our love language throughout the year.
Yes.
So it's not just, oh, it's this one day. Mr. Jack will often bring me flowers or some chocolate. It could be a Snickers bar.
Can I interject? Mr. Jack is the man, first of all. I love Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack treats my best friend, my palsy wowsy, like a queen that she should be treated. I mean, she says, oh, I really like that. That looks really nice. And the next thing you know, ding dong, Amazon.
Okay, well, there is that, but here's the deal. And Ms. Alice talked about it last night. You don't want to start things that you're not going to continue. Now, when he met me, I bought myself chocolates and champagne and flowers on a consistent basis. I was already doing that. So that's not new for me. So for him to pick it up, it's like, you can do it. Just recognize if you're not going to do it all the time, you don't have to do this because it's not necessary. Now, although I would love if he didn't drink it, he likes Sunkiss. So if I'm out, I will slide by. It's like, oh, that's a good price. I will pick him up a couple of liters. and he's like, oh my God, thank you. Because that's what he likes. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But yes. So you have to meet the person where they are. Whereas me, I like functional gifts. So I got a Navage one year for my allergies, my sinuses. I've received cookware because I like to cook. He gave me a knife. So,
Mimi says this. Mimi says, listen, people, in relationships usually care for acts of service on Valentine's. Now, some people do, but I have to tell you, we were talking about this last night, and I had to kind of like look at all my friends who are in long-term relationships. And I have to tell you, most of them don't celebrate Valentine's Day, or they do, but it's not really important because they are loving to their spouses all year round. Like, there's a lot of love in this house. I'm not without sharing about people's business, but there's a lot of love. I'm like, y'all I just love watching it. I love watching couples just loving on each other and caring about each other and being there. I kind of like live vicariously through my friends who are married. And but it's really beautiful when you see people loving their spouse or their significant other all year round, and you as the outsider, what's going on because you see it, and they're not doing it because you're there. They're doing it because you just happen to be there. You just happen to be witnessing it. This is what they do. And I laugh about Gwendolyn and Mr. Jack because I'm telling you, Gwendolyn will say she'll pass some idea on, and next thing you know, and I tease about it. So like, when the bell goes ding dong, and she said, oh, there's an Amazon package out there. I said, oh, Mr. Jack was listening this week to you as well. Again, he listens to everything she says. Everything she says, he's listening. And then he's kind of like putting a little note there in his brain. And if he comes across it or he'll order something, and I laugh all right. You see, she knows I laugh about it all the time. Listen, Jack, bought you something. Get it, Denny.
Yes. I got a soft box 1 year. People were like, a soft box? I was like, look, as a photographer, I need really good gifts. Soft boxes are not the cheapest thing. You know what I'm saying? Soft boxes, tripods, those light stands, those things matter. Yes. I don't mind the diamond, but I need a soft box.
And a soft box is what every photographer wants.
Right.
We love our soft boxes. We love our reflectors. We love. If you are married to a photographer or you're dating a photographer, it's very simple. Just look into their space, and if they happen to mention something about photography, take a note and make it happen. Yes. It's better than wine. It's better than the pearls and gems and all that stuff. We just want our setup to be good. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to have a good camera production.
Yes.
I see also Bryson says here, and it's still Black History Month, so Sexy Red sample Michael Jackson #1 hit beat did new joint called Just Eat It, and they didn't like it at all. Oh.
Look, let me say it. I can't get the words out. I can't get the words out. What I would love to see again is, and please forgive me, but some real effort in one's craft.
Yes.
Real effort. Like, go back, look at some of the songs from 60s, 70s, the 80s even. Look at how people use imagery to get the point across.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like I don't cuss like a sailor, so that's not it. But it's just too simple and easy. It's whack. There's no skill there. A 3-year-old could do that. I just believe if you really care about your craft the way you say you do, then show up. Put some work in your lyrics, in your lyricism. Like, put some work into it. Not just, I'm going to just go out there. It's like, come on, man. Like, get with it. And as Prince said, we've done this all before. Y'all not doing nothing new. So it doesn't land the way it did when they did it back in the 60s, 70s, what have you. It's not new.
Be current to your time.
Something new.
Be current to your time. And you bring up a good point, because we were laughing when we saw the new Jason movie commercial. We're like, another Jason? Come on. And I'm always shocked how many people go to all these they're just repeating the same thing over and over for years and years instead of coming with new characters and new plots and new themes. People are creatives for being if you call yourself a creative, be a creative and create.
Well, this is not about storytelling, because we're seeing Masters of the Universe again. They just did Running Man again. It's like, look, you know what?
Lazy. I call it lazy. Just being lazy. They're lazy. They're just lazy. So hi, so all the folks on Instagram. Hello, people. I see you in there. I see you, Instagrammers. And if you want to come over to the YouTube for a better performance, come on over. Okay, so just letting you know, there's a better perform. There's a better. It's more efficient here in YouTube. You can interact, connect, talk to other people in the panel discussion. Okay, so let's talk about. This is going to be an interesting Focus Friday. I do have a couple of accounts that I want to share. And maybe you guys have an account you want to share. Do that by putting FF in the box. But I am curious. This has been some kind of week news-wise. And I mean, we don't have to dwell there unless you got, like I said, I just want to see what you guys, I'm going to get the pulse of the room. And that is, how are you guys adjusting to the Pam Bondi interview this week? I mean, it has taken. First of all, we started the week with the Super Bowl and how some white folks lost their minds. The MAGA folks lost their minds. Let's be more specific. The MAGA fools lost their minds, and then some of the other folks that are adjacent to them. And then we kind of like closing out the week with this Pam Bondi, and I have a little footage I'm going to share with you. And hold on a second, let me get it there. Let me get that there. Let me get this for you guys, and then you let me know on the other side of this video what you think about this gentleman, what he's saying here, and I think it will be something we can talk about. Okay, I thought this was really cool, interesting. Here we go. Let's get this on the screen, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. Okay. Okay, here we go.
You guys know who Pam Bondi is? The United States Attorney General. It's the first time I saw her in action yesterday. I mean, I knew who she was, but I didn't know how she was, right? And she got questioned yesterday about releasing the names of the trafficked, the violated, former children whose innocence was currency for power, but not releasing the names of co-conspirators, while survivors sat behind her waiting for the truth. I mean, these women, these powerful women, these brave women, they picked up the pieces of their own tragedies and stood united in a show of moral courage that no one in this administration has attempted to match yet. And Bondi, instead of answering questions, she attacked congressional members personally. And then she turned to the stock market. The Dow is over 50,000 points. The S&P is nearing 7,000. NASDAQ is smashing records. That's what we should be talking about. It was a deflection so abrupt it felt like a confession. Members of Congress asked, and a lot of us, I think, asked, what does the stock market have to do with anything, right? And as you saw, Bondi scoffed and mirrored the question and then said, are you kidding me? And people, I believe, incorrectly called it a dodge, a non sequitur. I don't think it was. I think it was a glimpse of the plainest truth slipping through, a momentary removal of the veil of decency. Because in her calculus and in the eyes of those who command her, the economy's triumph outweighs the cries of the exploited every single fucking time. Hear me out. You see, the stock market was born in the same cradle of empire that tracked human beings as cargo. As long as the numbers climb, the moral cost is background noise. That's it. And this is no accident of history. It's the actual architecture of American ascent. We rose to power, refusing to see certain bodies as fully human. Now, I mean, I know a lot of you guys know what the transatlantic slave trade is, but it rose to power. It ignited in the 1500s, right? And the companies that were responsible for scaling it into an intercontinental enterprise became so vast, so profitable, they had to do something that no other companies in human history had ever done. They went public. First companies to ever do that. The private company was literally, actually, here's the crazy thing. It was called The Company because it was the biggest company in the world. So people just called it The Company. Think about that. And it was too profitable to remain private. So the Dutch West Indian Company went public in 1621 to fund its empire of extraction and kidnapping. Like today, investors speculated on success. Those who bought shares rooted for the company's victories, even though victory at that time meant more raids, more chains, more kidnapping, more children in dungeons. Inhumanity was not a byproduct. It was the cause. It was the purpose. It was the engine of the machine. Profit required indifference to suffering. And 1/3 of people who were trafficked were under the age of 15. Commodified as labor, property, and yes, sex slaves.
And so I mean, it goes on, but what do you guys think? What do you think? This covered a lot of what we've talked about here, and I love that this week there was all the outrage of Pam Bondi, and they were showing all the clips and everything. But this was I thought this was a nice editorial that summed it up pretty well. But that's just my opinion. Gwendolyn, what do you think?
I couldn't watch it because anyone who comes in knowing that they have no intentions of answering any questions is a waste of time. But I will say this. This country has so many things to talk about. So many. And I go back to a number of us, some of us have privilege that has allowed us to ignore what's been right in our face like every single day. If you can go as far as the number of people being abused in the church, how religion is used to have power over people. You can look at the fact that we have policies and laws on the books that allows people to marry children. This conversation, I'm not surprised that she walked in there and said nothing. Not surprised. So I don't know if I have any feelings about it. It's like this is the different day, but same old stuff. And until people come to terms with the illnesses that we have in this country, I don't know where you go with that. Like I don't know what you should like what is it?
Yeah.
They know who the people are. There is a conscious desire to not hold those folks accountable. So you do we're here for the people and we're protecting women and children from trans and women's sports. Are you though? Because you got pedophiles literally surrounding you. You're like, I don't see nothing. I won't. She didn't even look at those survivors. She wouldn't even look at them.
No.
She wouldn't look at she is exactly what so many American citizens do in this country, because this happens all over. But you act like if I don't see it, it can't be happening because I didn't hear it.
I'm not looking at it.
Me.
Yeah, it was just, but I love the way he tied it to commodity, tied it to slavery, tied it to Wall Street, because she did bring up Wall Street, but he pulled that, he extrapolated that part of the hearing and was able to really bring it home that they don't see people as people. And I had this conversation because you guys just know I sold a home and everything. And I was telling my family yesterday, I said, I sold a home and I only received 25% of what I purchased, right? What I got for it. And that's because of all the entities that take the money. But the biggest take was, because I had to do the taxes yesterday, how much this government took away. And I was so angry because at the end of the day, all of us are nothing more than a piece of commodity. We're the commodity that keeps this country going. And it's so blatant and so real. And it really became, it's always been real to me, but it really got me so angry. One of my friends was like, Ron, just take your money and go overseas and never come back. And then I'll be, take your money and don't pay the taxes. Just go, take it away, leave. And I was like, well, no, I have family and friends here. I need to come back. And if I come back, I'll be arrested. They always catch up to they catch up to the regular folks. Meanwhile, you got the Bezos and all the other people that pay zero, and they have all the money. And their 10% could change the whole country forever. But then they want from all the small people 35%, 40%, 35%, 28%, all these different numbers that they crunch. Anyway, but it brings it back to the Pam Bondi. Like when he talked about Wall Street, see, I worked on Wall Street and I actually worked right near the wall where the wall used to be, where, like this gentleman was saying, the first commodities on the Wall Street Stock Exchange, before it became the exchange, it was the wall. And that's where they traded the companies that were enslaving our ancestors. And the very beginning of Wall Street is based on the slave trade, the
There's a lot of things
commodities.
that's based on the slave trade. When we
Yeah.
talk about, I know this is not today's conversation,
Yeah, but
if you look at Child Protective Services, they're not in the business of protecting families. They're in the business
no.
of breaking it up. If you
Yes.
break up a family, there's money involved in that.
Yes.
But let me say this, because not that I don't mind talking about that woman, but I will say that I had the best time yesterday beyond last night.
Talk about it. Yeah, I have you here.
Well,
Talk
let me
about
talk
it.
about that too. So I left. So typically, on Thursdays we do our work and chill in Go Brunch, and I've been volunteering, but the kids were testing yesterday, so I had a chance to sit down with Dr. Tachi and Letta, and we just talked. And I keep talking about community and understanding that, you have to have a pulse on your own nervous system and what you're going through. And I was like, you know what? I need to sit down and talk with the ladies. I need to be in my virtual space working on some projects and chat with the ladies. And we just talked about photography, a little fashion, a little music, eating, all the things. It was just to have a conversation. And I get that the world is crazy. These mediocre people are going to do what they do. Right. They're working so hard to tear down the world because they feel like everybody really believes and acts like them, and people who don't have to show up. Okay, so that's that. But we're there. So I leave that conversation. I roll into another great conversation with three more beautiful women. And we're talking about women being an individual, and understand women, like children, were seen as property. For some people, we are still seen as property. But we were talking about self-worth and love and friendship and relationships and just working through all of those things. There is so much stuff going on that you could put a lot of time into that, or you could say, you know what, let me do something that is going to not only help my nervous system and my emotions, but also help other people. So that's what we did yesterday. And I also put in three YouTube channels that I watch to keep myself together. Because right now I am loving watching the animals at the watering hole in Namibia. It's not the giraffe, because I love giraffes. Then I'm watching the deer. I'm watching the deer in Maine. So that's one of my follow.
And I'm going to put it up on the screen as you continue to talk. I'm going to put that inside. So I'm going to get that for you on the screen. Rad meditation. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Rad meditation is one. So I'll start with that one. So I get up every day, sometimes in the evening too, but we start the day with some time to meditate, like 10 minutes. And this particular channel has a variety of background sounds, music, if you will, to help you meditate and be centered. And so I will pick one, I will turn it on, and then we just take our time to calm our mind, clear our mind, and become one with the environment or wherever you are. But settle oneself. It has been helpful. I was using the Calm app, and that was great. But if you want a change of tunes all the time, something different, he has a great library. So I highly suggest to follow that. It's a really go back. Right. It's the little lotus flower, the person.
Oh, there we go. Okay, got it.
Yeah. It has a huge library of sounds, and get your chakras aligned. It doesn't take long for it to like touch you, at least in my opinion. It's like, okay, I am there. But that's the one that I go to find my music when I am meditating.
Okay, so that is gonna help. I might subscribe. Nope. Well, I will subscribe now.
Yeah.
Thank you on that one. That sounds good. And I have a question for you, because you for those that don't know, I mean, you do how often do you meditate during the week? Just curious.
Every
you meditate
morning.
a lot.
Every morning is how I
Every
start the day.
morning.
Yeah, so I start the day. So before you get up and do all the things, you say your prayer. You're like, okay, Lord, I'm still here. Let's go get it. And then we go into like real talk. Like, look, then we go into our meditation, and then we'll see what's on the schedule for the day. And like I said, one of my favorite Bible verses is pray without ceasing. So when I get in the car, I'm like, Lord, we're about to get out here on these roads. Just watch over me, my loved ones, everybody who's out here. Let's get to and from our space safely, right? And so you get back and like, thank you, God, I made it back. But it's an all day prayer. And then at the end of the day, at night, I just started doing the meditation to calm the brain down as well.
Right.
But yeah.
And also you put in, I'm going since you anyone else, if you have anything just that you want to share, put FF and then put it inside the screen into the comment box. But here's also another one from Gwendolyn. And then I'm going to share one in a little bit. And
which one is this one?
This one is Vin.
Yeah. Okay. So look, we were talking. This came from my chat with Dr. Tachi and Letta yesterday, and I was just discussing that Vin. I had a chance to do one of his master classes in regards to speaking, and well worth the dollars. But he's got this YouTube channel. So if you've ever considered speaking, be it just in family settings, or if you have a job that requires it, or if you're on YouTube or something, his topics and his tips, his lessons are great in regards to speaking and presenting. And he is a magician.
Yeah.
I know. Crazy, right? It's also part of his presentation. But he is great at what he does. Love his channel. I'm always looking for ways to enhance my presentation and all of my projects, speaking in public, speaking online. So I highly suggest if you've ever thought about how can I be a better communicator, just communication. Make this your channel.
Okay.
Yes, make that your channel.
I see Lisa has one here. We're going to bring that one up. It says Dr. DHIAVY. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I got this correct here on the screen. And Vasa. Okay, there we go. I think we got this. Vasa. Okay, here we go. This is breast reconstruction surgery and MD facts. Okay, let's check out. And let's see. Here we go. Can you guys see it?
Is it on YouTube or Instagram?
It is from. Oh, sorry, I gotta move it. Sorry, my bad. Stop sharing this one and go into the other. That was on the other screen. I'm working behind the screens and in front of the screens. Here we go. Here we go. I remember this account from somewhere. I don't know where I remember this count. 277,000 followers, plastic surgeon. Interesting. Let's hear. I like hearing.
Lindsey Vonn is a hero. She would be exalted. Let's talk about Lindsey Vonn. She shouldn't have done it. It was too risky. She'd already torn her ACL. Blah, blah, blah. We know those people. See, those are the people spinning in their hamster wheels, just beacons of mediocrity, right? They're always the ones sitting there with that finger. I told you so. But what risks have they taken in life? Nothing. They're literally doing the same thing today they were doing 20 years ago. So let me just toss you a scenario to help illustrate my point. Say, instead of crashing and getting a complex tibia fracture, say she won the gold. Yay! Lindsey Vonn is a hero. She would be exalted. She defied the odds. She persevered. Those would be the headlines. But guess what? That's actually what she was trying to accomplish. That's why she risked going back out there, because that was a possibility. And she was going to risk what she needed to for that possibility. Do you know what it takes for this woman to be where she is today? For all of the medals she's already won? Do you know how many times every single day when that woman gets onto the slopes and she has to practice, she's risking things. She's risking her body for her craft. That's literally what it takes to be an Olympian. But everybody just wants to criticize the woman who understands that you have to take risks for big success. Sometimes the risk pays off, and sometimes it doesn't work out the way that you planned. But either way, if you're gonna be mega successful, you gotta take risks. So anyways, if you're wondering what it's like to be a successful woman today, it's literally this. Everyone will credit your success to anything other than you. And when you fail, well, you should have known better.
I like that.
Spot
I like
on.
her. I like her. Spot on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah, it's interesting. What like there are people who are just waiting to see someone else fail because they don't have the courage to go after their own dreams and desires. And so they work extra hard to dissuade you to not go after yours. Don't be around those people. It's Dorian. Look at that, Dorian.
Dorian's in the building with kaboom. Oh, and
that was a good one.
That was good. I like that encouragement because I mean, first it's current. When she went, that was it Sunday that she did the fall.
Was it Sunday?
Is it a week already? Man, she took that fall. I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
But like this young lady said, she took a risk. She gave it her all.
But isn't every single moment that you either go for it or you don't? And people say, well, I tried. It's like, no, you either go and do it or you're not going to do it.
That's right.
Now, the result is not the focus. It is, it is shooting your shot because they can either say yes or they can say no. But if you say nothing, if you never ask, if you never say, well, I'm going to go, then what?
Mm-hmm. For instance, with any person that is successful at anything, they have to step out on the unknown. No one becomes successful on doing something they already know. Like, oh, I've been doing this 1,000 years. Okay, I'll step out on it. But when you step out, that's the unknown. And you could fail. But I am a believer of that there's no failure. I mean, you may stumble. You may stumble, you may trip, you may your foot may get hung up on the hurdle, but guess what? You tried, and because you tried, now you know for the next time what not to do and what to do.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna adjust my words.
Go ahead, adjust.
Being a long distance marathon, half marathon, all the things runner.
Yes, you do.
When we talk about success, people are like, well, did you win gold? No. If you are in sports, you have your own personal records. And for a number of athletes or anybody who has done anything for themselves, it is completing the task. I don't care if you came in first, if you came in last, you finished.
Yes.
You finished.
Yes.
Right? So when I was doing my races, if I can shave off another 3 seconds, that's a new personal record. All right, let's keep going. It's all about finishing. Yeah. Right. And when people say, well, I tried, it's like, no, you either are going to do it. I got out there. I really worked on keeping the 1 minute, whatever pace that I was keeping. And this is where I finished. That's just it. But if you're not going to, I don't want to say get off the rock, off the bench, off your sofa, wherever you are, and put yourself out there. And it can be a little daunting. It can be scary, but I'm like you. It's not a failure. You just learn for something else. These are learning opportunities. You have to learn how to do stuff, how not to do something. That, okay, maybe I should practice in the things I'm wearing so I don't get like those irritations from wearing brand new clothes on a long distance race. You should know that. All the things. But yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. That was a good one.
Dorian says, the only L I'm trying to take is learning.
Right? The fact that we even use the word failure is so misleading, because how else do you learn if you don't play with stuff? You got to play. Get into some stuff, play with some things. If it works out in your favor, great. If it didn't, you're like, won't try that again. And that's great. But that's not failure. Failure is never even starting the race.
There you go.
That's failure.
That's failure when you don't start the race. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. Thank you, Lisa, for that one. And I think Bryson put one in there. I'm trying to figure out Bryson. Bryson has here, says, we got FF, got 3 of them for you. We got Chelsea Lauren, Gilbert. I'm trying to figure out, do you mean their accounts? And Jordan Strauss, they are nominated for Hollywood Beauty. I'm not sure if that's the FFF. I'm trying to figure that out, Bryson. You got to give me a account if you are interested in sharing an FF.
Well, would you share my last camera?
I'm saving yours to the very end.
Oh, you have to say for the last because you want to have a big.
Bam. Okay, so yours has I got you covered. I got you covered. Yours is the last one because
it is the cutest thing. It's okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna hold it.
And Dorian says, and don't judge my YouTube venture, Ron. I'm in the middle of a new venture with a huge learning curve for me. Yes, so Dorian is starting his YouTube channel. He has we've talked and I've given him homework. So look at this. I want y'all. Can I just boost this whole circle of life up? First of all, I did not want to do YouTube. I was like, I can't. I have all kinds. And then my wonderful friends, Gwendolyn and Chris was like, dude, just do it. And then Gwendolyn was like, all I hear is excuses. Which I should put that on my wall because she says that a lot. All I hear is excuses. And now, but look what we've done here as a community. Look at what we've done. I mean, for the most part, it's smooth sailing. So could y'all encourage Dorian? I mean, I'm looking forward to when he starts posting more and sharing. But again, think about it. I was one that was reluctant, and here I am now helping someone else. And that's the circle of life. You may be afraid to do something. You may, whatever that thing is that stops you from going forward. Mm-hmm. But once you get over the hurdle of it all, then you will be able to share that with someone else. And you can help them become better. And then they'll get it. And then they'll help someone else. And then so on and so on. We're all connected, y'all. We are all connected and we all need one another. I just love it. I just had to throw that in there. Anyway,
we'll have to follow his channel. We'll have to subscribe to his channel.
Yes. I'm going to put it on the screen a little bit. And also, here's one I wanted to share with you all. And let's see if it's sharing. Hold on a second. Let's get that on the screen. So this is, let me start out with, this is called Music Link 2024. Not a lot of followers yet, but I like it. And it has a lot of beautiful historical points, history, animated, IG, and so on. But this particular one that I had on the screen, let me, if I go back to it. Let's go back to it. Okay, here we go.
Everyone knows the Freedom Riders on buses, but have you heard of the woman who integrated the skies? Meet Credell Petway. Born in Camden, Alabama, 1941. In 1961, while others took the bus, she took a plane. At just 20 years old, she sat at her dinner table with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to plan a mission that seemed impossible. The mission: fly from Montgomery to Jackson, challenge the whites-only terminal, demand dignity at 30,000 feet. July 24th, 1961. The plane lands. The police are waiting. Credella, her father, and her brother are hauled off to jail for breach of peace. She spent 3 days behind bars, so you could walk through any airport gate today. A living legend we almost forgot. Credell Petway changed history from the clouds. Type respect if you didn't know this story, and share to honor a hero.
I love that story. I did not know this story. I did not know. And I was like, oh, and then obviously, you know me, you have to go to Google and start looking things up and kind of like verify. I had no idea of this this story in the civil rights movement. It was it. Does any, sorry, let me just rephrase the question. Did anyone else hear this story before you just heard it here? Or did anyone just found out about this story if they were able to see this video on Instagram?
I had not heard of her, which, in regards to history, there are so many things we're not aware of. But
Yes.
I would like to point out that, people talk about AI and how awful it is just a tool. I appreciate people who were using AI to share history and other
Yes.
factual events in life versus creating, in my opinion, foolishness. So shout out for that. Like that's awesome right there.
Yeah, that was really good. And I was just like, it was one of some, I think one of, some, I get stuff from everybody in this community. So, so someone sent that to me and I was like, wow, this is really good. I need to promote this platform because I only saw like 4,000 subscribers, like plus. I was like, oh, this is something I like. Cause then I started going through the feed. Oh, with hand. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out who did it. But I went through and I said, this has a lot of history. And again, like you said, I love how people use animation or IG. Did I say IG? Sorry, AI. To share these historical points. Okay, so we got time for one more, and so I'm going to put the link for Dorian's website in our description, so everyone that's watching, you can go there. However, I want you to see our wonderful. Let me get to Gwendolyn's last one because I'll tell you at the end of this when I get it on the screen is Namibian Cam, right? Namibian Cam.
Namibia Cam.
Here we go. Let's get that on the screen for you guys. And then you'll understand why I ended with this. Namibia Cam. Okay, let's see, where is Namibia.cam? Is that it? Namibia.
There's no dot.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see me working it. Okay. We are always live. We're live. It's not this one, right? Is it this is Namibia Cam?
No, that is not that one. But Mimi said that she knew about it. And from Montgomery, she knew about it. Oh no, that is the one. I'm sorry. No, that's the one.
That is the one.
Yeah, I didn't know their icon.
Okay, which one do you want me to share?
Oh, see, you want to go to YouTube.
Oh, we want to go to YouTube. That's what we. Okay.
I was like, I'm not understanding who that is. But there's no dot on it on YouTube.
It's just Namibia Cam.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay. So we'll take this off the screen for a moment.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll read Mimi's comic. She says, there are so many stories that didn't get elevated. I'm glad to see it. I second that. And we talk about AI and AI slop. I get that some people are going to put out the very worst stories of any ethnicity and any gender with AI. However, it is clear you can use this tool, to share actual factuals and do something that uplifts others as well as educate others. So AI is not the devil. It's the devil. It's not the tool. And how you choose to use it is how you choose to use it. So I appreciate people who are like, I'm going to take this and bring these stories to life and help get the word out. So that's an awesome move right there.
I love it. Okay. And so this is dear to my heart, and you'll know why. Which one do you want me to share, Gwendolyn?
I don't know. There's so many. There was one that had the baby warthogs. They're so cute. But this is Namibia Cam, and it's on. There are a lot of cameras worldwide. You can just watch wildlife and birds and all the things. So when I'm not watching the giraffes come to the watering hole, and the warthogs and all the other animals, I am watching the deer in Maine. But it's just It lights my heart. I keep it on as I'm working on things in the background, just kind of hear the sounds. But there is this watering hole, and you'll see a lot of times they have this herd of giraffe that come up. They like to kiss the camera and do all the things, but the warthogs are the cutest. And there was a family of ostriches. Ostriches? Is that how you say it? Are they a family, a herd, a gaggle, a flock? But they're little
flock.
babies.
The flock of ostriches. Ostriches.
Their little puffs of their little babies are so cute and puffy. So yeah, it's just until you can get there on your own, I say visit through a great YouTube camera.
And so as we have this on the screen, and today is my last day being here on Touch Base Daily. It's live from obviously Jersey, from the United States. I will be taking this show on the road from this point on, and I will be away for 4 months, traveling on assignment and traveling from country to country. And I end up in Namibia, and guess what I'll be doing? I will be photographing these moments. And so I cannot wait to bring these. I mean, obviously I will not be live when I'm photographing this. There's no Wi-Fi in the bush. And but I will be able to record these moments for you all. And I will be on safari several times. And because I'm going to be supporting my buddy who has a safari company. And so I'll be on the road with him, photographing his clients, and also photographing the wildlife. And so this is so dear to my heart, because this is a glimpse of what I like to say is going to be one of my homes that I have several homes these days as a nomad, but this will be one of them. I will be in Namibia for about 3 months. And so I am looking forward to being able, hopefully I'll meet these people along the way that are giving you this YouTube channel. And but yeah, this is going to be my new home. And I'm so excited to be heading to Namibia. I fly out this weekend. And the journey begins. So the first stop is Portugal. And so we'll be doing, I thought about this today. I said, wait a minute, what if StreamYard is not in? I can't, maybe like, I hope I can use my StreamYard overseas. I hope so. But if not, I can go YouTube live. So I can do that. So I'm excited about it. This whole career of being a photographer has led to this point, and it is so good to be able to in the first leg of this trip. There's several places on the list. Portugal will be the first country. Second country will be France, and the third country will be Namibia, and then the fourth country will be Ghana. And then I come back for a little rest with my friends and family here, kind of like regroup. And then I head out to Iceland for 3 weeks, and going to do the Ring Road and bring you Iceland like I've never seen it before. So this is the beginning of the journey. This is why I sold the home. This is why I am saying life is short. We got to live our best lives now. You cannot be afraid to take the step of faith. You cannot be afraid to take a leap and just do it. And we see so many folks leaving this planet. But you know what? If you can do all you need to do, all you want to do, all you want to be, all you want to become, and do it, you will leave in a great spot. So anyway, you'll be able to, again, make sure, share this channel with your friends. We are trying to get to 1,000, because once we get to 1,000, then we get monetized. So I'm asking you a favor. Share this platform with your friends. If you're here, make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit subscribe if you've never been here before and you want to subscribe. Become part of the community. I will be using the community tab a lot more because I will be away. And there's times I will have Wi-Fi, there's times I won't have Wi-Fi, but I will also, because this is the community that supports us, you guys made this possible. The Patreon community made this possible. My work is on exhibition right now in Lower Manhattan. You guys make so much possible. And my way of giving back to you will be our YouTube community and sharing photos. I hopefully share some things and maybe I hope to send some gifts back along the way. We'll see how it all works out. This is all new to me. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know I'm going to do it.
Let me jump in here before you become that Baptist preacher and keep us here for another 2 hours.
Thank you.
Here is what I would like to say really quick though. I'm gonna read some of the words before I add in my words. So Lisa says, take care of yourself, Ron, be safe and enjoy. Charlene says, praying for a spectacular journey for you. Hannah says, constant prayers for you. Bryson says, and your friends will be filling in while you're gone. Here is what I want for you. Beyond you having a couple of holes and area codes, I would love for you to be present in this moment, right? You've got your tools. Record, stop for a second, record your initial thoughts and what have you. Like, be present in the moment. The good Lord put you there for a reason. I need you to recognize that reason. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you weren't supposed to be there, then you wouldn't be there. But what we tend to do is we get caught up and we miss the moment. Be present. Put a camera up, do your thing, but just like let it just surround you and let it just flow over you. Just be present in the moment. This is it. Like, this is you are doing your purpose, you're running the race, all the things, but you're there for a reason. So recognize that. Yes. Right? Like recognize that.
Thank you. My work wife for 20 plus years, and you still land and drop the mic all in one time. So guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you from Portugal. So I'll see you next week, and we'll still be trying to do this thing, and we will be here. And love you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you, Gwendolyn, for joining me today and being my co-host and always my palsy wowsy. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for all the kind words. I see here continued prayers and excitement for your journey, Ron. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we're out of here because I don't want to be that Baptist preacher where I was raised by a Baptist preacher. That would tell you why I do what I do. Later.